Good morning, everyone. A reading from the book of the prophet Amos, and this time we're in chapter 7, verses 10 through 17. Amaziah, the prophet of Bethel, sent word to Jeroboam, king of Israel. Amos has conspired against you here within Israel. The country cannot endure all his words. For this is what Amos says: Jeroboam shall die by the sword, and Israel shall surely be exiled from its land. To Amos, Amaziah said, Off with you, visionary. Flee to the land of Judah. There earn your bread by prophesying, but never again prophesy in Bethel, for it is the king's sanctuary and royal temple. Amos answered Amaziah, I was no prophet, nor have I belonged to a company of prophets. I was a shepherd and a dresser of sycamores. The Lord took me from following the flock and said to me, Go, prophesy to my people Israel. Now hear the word of the Lord. You say, Prophesy not against Israel, preach not against the house of Isaac. Now thus says the Lord, Your wife shall be made a harlot in the city, and your sons and daughters shall fall by the sword. Your land shall be divided by measuring line, and you yourself shall die in unclean land. Israel shall be exiled far from its land. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Not easy words to have to say for Amos to prophesy. Is far from what he wanted to do. As he clearly says in here, he was a simple shepherd. He was not part of a company of prophets, apparently, during that time period. There were a group of prophets that they worked together. They were kind of like schooled, kind of like Jesus did with his disciples. But he wasn't part of that. He was just a simple shepherd, and just outside of the area of the city of Jerusalem, part of the tribe of Judah, and was sent by the Lord to go to Israel, to the 10 tribes to the north, and probably not something he really wanted to do, but there was such a heavy burden on his heart, he had to do this. And he had to say some tough things to the folks there, asking for them to make a repentant heart. Now we have this person here, Amaziah, who is a priest of Bethel. Now he's supposed to be in charge of it, and it's right there in the middle of Bethel that they're having all this idolatry. And so there's a competition going on here. Do we follow after other gods, or do we follow after the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Well, in the end, Amos still has his last word. Whether or not they want to hear it or not, he wants to make sure, in no uncertain terms, that the word that the Lord had given to him is given to them. We know, in fact, this is what happens to the 10 tribes. They are taken into captivity by the Assyrians. But it is nonetheless sobering to think that sometimes the life of a follower of God isn't always easy. Probably wasn't easy for Amos. He didn't want it. He didn't ask for it. But the burden was heavy on his heart, and he continued to be faithful in it. Let's be faithful in our vocation in our lives, whatever it may be, that we be firm in our resolve to follow after the Lord. Stay safe, folks. Hopefully we'll see each other soon. Bye.